Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. This is my Machina deck profile for the 2024 map. Well, kind of anyways. There really isn't much else to say about it, but let's just get right into it. This is a very fun deck for myself anyways. I like it a lot, mainly because I'm an Ancient Gear player, and a lot of the new cards that added to the Machina support really go well with the Ancient Gear stuff. So let's just get right into it. So first off, you're running 3 Machina Citadel. Basically what this card does is, it can't be normal summoned or set, must be summoned by a card effect. You can target one machine monster you control and destroy the machine monster and all monster your opponent controls with attack less or equal to it. So it's basically, if you control it, you can kill itself and basically kill all their monsters it controls, and so 3000 attack, and 3000 attack is usually the most powerful in the game, other than some things like just some weird odd cards. But yeah, this is a pretty good card. And then also, if a face-up Earth machine monster you control is destroyed except by battle or card effect while this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon it. So it's a recycle, and it can keep coming back out, which is really, really nice. And also, you can send it off of a lot of cards, so it's really easy to get in the grave. Next card is 3 Super Express Bullet Trains. Basically with this card, it's the urgent schedule target, but if all monsters you control are earth machines, you can special this card from your hand, so it's a free special summon. And then during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there, you can target one machine monster in your graveyard except itself and add it to your hand. So it's a pretty good card. It's just mainly used for urgent schedule plays and just to get easy access to scrap wyvern and anything like that. It's a pretty good card, and it's also a free special summon and add to hand, which is really nice. 2 of the new card, Machina Metal Crunch. Basically, if you control no monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing, but its rhythm check becomes 1800. If this card is normal special summoned, you can reveal 3 Earth machine monsters from your deck. Then your opponent randomly adds one of them to your hand, and you shuffle the rest back in your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn, so it's basically a 3 reveal, and they get to add one, so it's basically a free search card if you have 3 of the copies. And then it also, you can normal summon it, which is really nice. And the next card we're running is 3 Gameciel, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. It's kind of obvious now with Dragoon coming out and just all this kind of crap shenanigans stuff that's going around, like Adamantispators and stuff. And it also comes in handy when your opponent has like an unbreakable board or something like that, which this card really comes in handy in. And it's like the most generic kaiju, which is really nice. Next card is Machina Irradiator. Basically, you can discard one other Machina monster, special summon this card from your hand, and you can target one machine monster in your graveyard. Well, you control, special summon from your graveyard, and then one Machina monster with a different name, and add lower level, and if you do, destroy the targeted monster. So you basically pop a monster on the field and special summon one from grave, which is a really, really nice card. Next card is 3 Machina Air Raiders. You can discard one other Machina monster, special summon the card from your hand, just like the Radiator, and then you can target one machine monster you control, special summon that from your deck, and then one Machina monster with a different name and lower level from the deck, and if you do, destroy the targeted monster. So it's a free special summon from deck, which is really nice. Next card is Double Machina Fortress. This is a big recycler card, and it's also probably the oldest generic Machina card other than Gear Frame. But basically what this does, you can discard machine monsters whose level equals 8 or more, the special summon, and then you get a special summon this card from your hand, which is really nice, or graveyard, which is also really nice. And then if this card is destroyed by battle instead of the grave, you can target one monster opponent controls and destroy that target. And before doing that, you can look at your opponent's hand and discard one card from your hand, which is like really, really nice. So it's a free discard. If they like target, it's really nice. You get a discard card from your hand, so it's a really nice card, and it's a big recycler card. And it's kind of sucks that it's a level 7, but if it was a level 8, it would be a really, really overpowered card in this deck. The next card running was 1 Scrap Golem, just for scrap wyvern and recycler plays. It's really nice that fits in there. 3 Machina Gear Frames. This card's really great. It's free Machina monster from your deck to your hand, which is really nice, and you can equip it as a union monster, but that effect really doesn't, you don't use it often. Next card is Double Machina Possessed Sword. If it's normal special summon, you can target one Machina monster in your graveyard except itself, special summon in defense position, but it can't activate this effect this turn. Then you can target one Machina monster control and one spell and trap your opponent controls, and then return to your hand. So it's a compulse for spell and traps, and it's a monster born for your deck, which is really, really nice. Double of the card that should be being released a little bit is Machina Resurbrake, or however you want to say it. Basically, you can send it to the graveyard and then target one Machina monster you control against 1200 attack to the end of the turn, and then when your Machina monster destroys opponent's monster per battle, while its card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect. Well, you can only use the effect of itself once per turn, but it's like a recycler, and it's a plus 1200. So if you put it on like your Citadel or anything like that, it's a really kind of a beefy attack, which is really nice. Next card we're running is triple Scrap Recyclers, and this rounds off for their main, well, our monsters. Basically, when this card is normal special summoned, you can send one machine monster from your deck to graveyard. Once per turn, you can shuffle 2 level Earth machine monsters from your graveyard into the deck and draw a card. So basically, this is a Foolish Burial for the deck, and you can do Scrap Wyvern plays, which is really nice. And it's, if you summon it off of a card that I'll talk about later, it's like a really big board kind of deal. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Onto the spells, we're running one Mind Control. This card's really nice. It's sad that it's at 1, but it's also kind of good. Target one monster your opponent controls, and you can take control of it to the end phase. Can't declare attack or be tributed, but you can like go into Nightmare Phoenix and stuff, and it can go into further plays like Boral Sword and stuff like that, which is really nice. 3 Machina redeployment. Any deck that runs Machinas or like Machinas, it's just a really great card. Basically, you discard a card, add 2 Machina monsters from your deck to your hand, and then the same effect. It's the secondary effect is the same thing, but you just discard a Machina card, which I don't know why they had to put that on there, but you can only use it once per turn. But it's really good card. It's a search spell card. Add 2 search spell card, which is really nice. 3 Called by the Graves. Basically, this deck you really need to get most of your combos through, and it's a really great card in there. And it's just a really great card. There's nothing else I can explain about it. And 3 Urgent Schedulers to round up for the main deck. Basically, if you don't know what this card does, it's if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower and 1 level 5 or higher Earth Machine monster from your deck in the defense position. Negate the effects. You cannot declare attack when you activate this card, except with machine monsters. If this set card is summoned from the field or graveyard, you can add 1 level 10 machine monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use it each return, so it's a really nice card. It's just like a free special summon on the field and free Scrap Wyvern, which it's just really nice. And I'll get into Scrap Wyvern later. It's a pretty crazy card. Onto our extra deck, you're running 1 Gustav Max and 1 Juggernaut Libe. You're running 6 level 10, so it's kind of obvious in there. 1 Galaxy Eye Cypher Blade Dragon, 1 Hard Earth, 1 Photon Lord, Photon Lord over here, 1 Full Armor Photon, 1 Dragoblion, 1 Hope Harbinger, and 1 Numeron Dragon. So this is a fun combo that I did in the Blue Eyes deck. If you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. But basically what it does is that Numeron Dragon, you summon Dragoblion out there, then you add any of these materials except Dragoblion attached to Numeron Dragon, and then you detach Numeron Dragon, which is you detach it, which is really nice, and then he gains attack equal to the ranks on the field times 1000. So basically he can become a 9000 plus monster on the field, which is really nice. And this is kind of the big OTK guy in your deck. The next onto the links, we're running 1 Boral Sword, 1 Appaloosa. It's kind of, you can just spam a lot of stuff out there with like cards like Scrap Wyvern, but yeah, it's a really nice. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, kind of obvious in there. 1 IP Masquerena, it's just kind of obvious. And to round off for our Link monsters, the crazy card, this is Scrap Wyvern. So basically, 2 monsters, including a Scrap monster. You can target 1 Scrap monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and then destroy 1 card you control. So it's kind of a +1 and a -1, but here's the it's a free special summon. But what you can do is, if you control like a Machina monster and you can destroy it, or any other machine monster, you can destroy it, special summon Citadel from your graveyard, which is really nice. And then if a face-up Scrap monster is destroyed by a card effect while you control this monster, you can special summon 1 Scrap monster from your deck, then destroy it. And then destroy 1 card on the field. So basically what you can do with this card is that you can special summon the card, like a Scrap card, and then pop the Scrap card, and then you can special summon 1 Scrap monster from your deck, which you can get out Scrap Golem. Then basically you can special summon off of Scrap Golems, affecting you special summon Scrap Recycler back, and it's a free Boral Sword or Appaloosa, just off of 2 cards, including a Scrap Monster. So it can be a 1-card combo, an Urgent Schedule. It's a free Appaloosa, free Boral Sword if you could do it right, which is really, really nice. Onto the side deck, running 3 Ash, 3 Dark Rulers, 3 Cosmics, and then whatever the heck else you want to run competing the meta. This is just kind of like the generic setup for this entire deck. You just want to get the main engine down, and yeah, there really isn't much to say, and just let's get into a duel. Alrighty, so I am hosting around here, and this is a Go Second OTK deck. It doesn't do too well against negates. It can still function, but I'd rather not. But basically, if I get to go second, there's a lot of shenanigans you can do if they control more monsters in Nidra Urgent Schedule like that. It's a free Scrap Wyvern right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this guy do its stuff, well, his stuff, and let's see what we can do from there. Alrighty, so according to what he had, I thought he was playing Adamantipator since it was Automata Pickup and Automata Patria, but he wasn't, luckily. So first off, we're going to activate Urgent Schedule and see if he has anything that can negate it. If he does, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. It's a free Scrap Wyvern, and I'll show you the combo you can do with Scrap Wyvern. It's pretty crazy, and there really isn't much else to say from it. So basically, we special summon Scrap Recycler and any level 10 monster, which I will be special summoning Citadel because, well, it's Citadel and there really isn't much else to say about it. You can't activate Scrap Recycler since it's negated, but first we're going to special summon Scrap Wyvern using these 2 monsters. Okay, and then we're going to activate Scrap Wyvern. We're going to special summon Scrap Recycler, and let's see if he has anything to negate that. He played Xe, he played whatever it is, Xe Chain Package or whatever, but it isn't that bad. He can get a lot of draws, if it's Xe summoned. So, what does that do? Number Wall. If you control a number of monsters, a monster on the field can be destroyed by card effects. Okay, so he played Number Wall. That's gonna be a little hard to get over, but we're gonna destroy, and then we're also going to activate Scrap Wyvern, and we're going to activate Machina Citadel. This is the combo that's going on here. So special summon Citadel, and then we're going to special summon a Scrap Golem. Okay, then we're going to destroy. We're going to destroy Number Wall because that's going to be a little problematic. Okay, we're going to activate Scrap Golem. We're going to special summon Scrap Recycler onto our side of the field, and right there we have. Yeah, we're going to activate Scrap Recycler, obviously. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to send Fortress to the graveyard. Okay, and then we're going to special summon a Boral Sword. So it's this, this, and this. And we're going to finish. Okay, so that's a free Boral Sword out there, which is really nice. And then we're going to special summon a Machina Fortress by using a Super Express Bullet Liner, or however, I think that's what it is, or anyways. Well, no, Super Express Bullet Train. I always read the Japanese name for it, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to normal summon the... Wait, no, cancel. I forgot you can't normal summon Metal Cruncher. So, we're just going to set the called by, and what does this can do? It can do... Okay, so it isn't... Okay, yeah, we can try to get over it. So we're going to attack with Citadel, and he's going to activate Utopia, obviously, and yes, we are actually going to activate Citadel, activate a Citadel. Okay, we're going to destroy the fortress. We're not going to chain anything, which will destroy his Utopia. Then we're going to, let's see, we really can't do anything since our Boral Sword can't attack, but yeah, we'll activate Super Express Bullet Train, and we're going to add the Fortress from our graveyard to our hand. Doesn't really matter what you add from your graveyard, and yeah, I'm just going to let this guy do his stuff. Alrighty, so as you saw there, this dude is a little sad that I did that, but that's what Citadel does, just to let you guys know. Yeah, we're going to special summon the Machina Fortress by using whatever. I'll just do the Metal Cruncher. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to go straight on to battle phase. We're going to activate Razor Break. We're going to target that, and it'll become 3,700, which is pretty crazy. So we're going to attack with 37. We're going to attack with 3,000. And then we're going to activate. We're going to change the fortress to defense and attack once more with the Royal Sword for game. And yeah, that's basically the deck. It's definitely consistent. It's definitely also a budget deck if you don't run the urgent schedules in there. But like, there really isn't much else you can replace urgent schedule with. Like, there really isn't much. But like, it's urgent schedule is a $30 card. But other than that, the deck is 20. Well, it's about 40 bucks. Which is like really cheap. And yeah, except like the Royal Sword and stuff like that. But if you want like a budget version, it's pretty easy to get. If you know this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And if you have any other suggestions for a deck, I will just leave a comment down below, and I will try as hard as I can to put the deck out there. And yeah, thanks for watching.